imagine, Charles, if they're wearing our newest fashions over there before we are?
As we say patiently, fashion is practically the only thing we can sell them. Our fashions and our cooking. They are the only things which still give us some prestige with the foreigners.
We have to defend this prestige, Charles. A steeple hat the English have never seen before might be as good as a great victory.
A victory which isn't going to stop them making a good or day or mother-in-law.
How much did you say the steeple hat would come to?
Oh, only 6,000 francs, my darling. Oh, well, that's nothing. When you remember they are completely embroidered with pearls.
6,000 francs? But where do you think I can find 6,000 francs, you poor little fool?
12,000 francs, Charles. Because there are two of us, remember? Even when your mistress is better dressed than your wife.
12,000 francs? They've gone out of their minds.
Well, there's a simpler model, but I wouldn't advise it. It would forfeit the moral effect that we just have on the stupid little English, and after all, that is the effect we're after.
12,000 francs?
Yes.
Enough to make 3/4 of Dunois' army. I don't understand how you can encourage them, mother-in-law. A woman of your good judgment.
It's because I'm a woman of good judgment that I do support them, Charles. Have you ever found me opposing anything that might be for your good, or the dignity of the throne? I'm the mother of your queen, and yet it was I who introduced you to Agnes, when I clearly saw how it might benefit you. Please, Mother, don't brag about it. What is that? Agnes is perfectly charming, and very well knows her place. Besides, you'll thank me for it later. One sleeps so much better alone. And Charles is far more manly since he's known Agnes. You are more manly, aren't you, Charles?
Yes. Yesterday I said no to the Archbishop. He tried to scare me. He sent Lark first to Warwick, and then he threatened to excommunicate me. Pretty old trick. But I helped first.
And thanks to whom?
I sent to Agnes. We had rehearsed the whole scene in bed.
Well, if I have helped you with the Archbishop, then maybe you can then buy me my new steeple hat. And one for the little Queen too. As you have said some very helpful things to her, without noticing it, as usual. You bad boy.
All right, let's forward to your speaking hat. I always have to say yes to stuff. If it isn't the Archbishop, it's you. But I may as well tell you, I haven't the least idea how I'm going to pay for them.
You're going to sign a draft from the Treasury, Charles, and, well, after that, we'll see what happens. Come on in, Your Majesty. We will try them on together. Which one would you prefer? The rose or the sky blue? I think the sky blue would suit you best.
What did you mean? You've got them already.
You're a little slow at understanding, Charles. Surely you must understand. For us to have them in time for the ball, we need to order them a month ago. But we were so sure you were going to say yes, weren't we, Your Majesty? We shall see what a sensation this causes in London. It's a great victory for France, you know, Charles.
There's nothing you can do but laugh. The way they harp on victories, La Tremouille, Dunois, they're all the same. There's always going to be a great victory. But everything has to be paid for, including great victories. I'm supposing I can't afford a great victory. I suppose France is above my means. Oh well, we shall see. I can always sign a draft on the Treasury. Let's hope it will please the tradesmen. I'm doing it. Please, it's my saying so. My signature isn't worth the ink it's written in.
I'm past the age of steeplehats, Charles. I want something else.
To make me a great king? I know. It gets very boring. Everybody wants to make me a great king. Even Agnes. Even in bed. It makes no jolly that is. I wish you would all try and get it into your heads. I'm an unimportant, insignificant Belwa. And to make a king of me is even a miracle. I know my grandfather Charles was a great king, but he lived before the war when everything was much cheaper. Besides, he was rich. But my father and mother Spencer, so whether you like it or not, I can't afford to be a great king. I haven't got the money, and I haven't got the courage. You all know I haven't. Courage is far too dangerous for a full of bully brutes. That fat pig, Lark, was the roaring temple that day and drew his sword on me. We were alone together, nobody there to defend me. He was quite prepared to give me a jab with his beastly. I only just had time to dodge behind the throne. So you see what we've come to, drawing his sword on the king. I should have sent for the constable to arrest him, except that unfortunately he is the constable, and I am not so sure that I am the king. That's why they treat me like this. They all know I may only be a bastard.
It's only yourself that keeps saying so, Charles.
When I look at the legitimate faces about me, I hope I am a bastard. It's a charming day and age to live in when a man isn't considered anybody unless he can brandish an 8-pound sword and stroll about in the city armour with 6 galleys. When they put it on me, I'm welded into the ground. A great help to my dignity. And I don't like fighting. I don't like hitting. I don't like being hit. And what's more, if you want to know, I'm frightened of it. What other impossibilities do you want me to do?
I want you to receive this girl from both wards. I think the peasant is exactly what you all need. The nobility govern the kingdom, which is as it should be. God has entrusted it into their hands. But, without presuming to precise the wisdom of my providence, I sometimes wonder, has it been too bad? What fits the way of some blood origin? A better measure of simplicity and common sense.
And courage. As far as I can understand you recommend turning the government over to the people. To the good people who have all the virtues. You've read the history of tyrants, I suppose.
No, Charles. In my day, knowledge was not encouraged in young women.
But I've read it. The endless procession of horrors and scandals. Give France a powerful man of action, born of the people, whose ambition is to make the people happy, whatever it may entail, and see how they'll come to wish to God they had their poor, lazy Charles back again with his endless games of cup and ball.
You should give up this game of up and ball, Charles. And this habit of sitting on your throne upside down. It's no behaviour for a king.
You would be sensible to